Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brewed Thoughts podcast. This is German coming to you on this Friday, and we're doing Friday baseball on the pod. And Harry's here, and we're gonna hit on some different baseball topics, and obviously, uh, we're gonna hit again on the pitching one where we talked about it a few weeks ago, but. Um, it's still lingering, and it's the biggest news in baseball, and it's probably going to be the biggest news in this season. I think when this season's said and done, this is going to be the season of the pitcher, but not just so much because of all the no hitters, but also because of just the sticky stuff that is being connected to this to these pitchers. But let's start with something exciting. The Yankees yesterday completed I think a rare triple play. It had never been done. The 1-3-6-2-5-6 triple play against the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays walked into it. It was more obviously you gotta if you saw the play, it's less impressive on the Yankees because it's not so much that they did something great. It just the Blue Jays were just idiots running the bases. Um, What did you see the play? Let's start with there.
Yeah,
Did you see the play?
yeah, yeah. You would think it'd be the other way around that the Yankees would run into that. How the season's been going.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Yeah, they ran into it. It wasn't crazy. It was impressive in a sense, but not like, oh my god, like Sports Center top 10,
Right.
number one or play overall.
It, it's
It was,
it's more of a not top 10.
yeah, yeah.
Because
It's
the
like
Yankees they just had to take advantage of all the mistakes that the Blue Jays made on that one play.
you would think my 10-year-old boys would be doing that kinds of stuff, and they do, but it's not that bad as the MLB players. Like I would
Yeah.
never expect that of them. Base running blunders left and right. It's
Yeah.
like I said, you would expect it from the Yankees, not the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's so for those that don't know, um every position on the field has a number. And so
Mhm.
usually a double play is like a 4-6-3 double play, a 6-4-3. Sometimes it may be, like a 3-6, a 3-4 double play.
Yeah,
You want to do a triple play, you're looking at maybe like a 5-6-3 double play. And that's usually so the way it goes is pitcher one, catcher two, first base three, second base four, third base five, shortstop is sixth, and then from the outfield is left is seven, center is eight, right is nine. This one was very rare because it starts with the pitcher, which it can happen, but it
yeah.
goes one, it goes pitcher, it goes first base, it goes shortstop, and then all hell breaks loose because it goes catcher, we go catcher, third base,
Base,
and we end with the
shortstop.
shortstop. And so it was a ridiculous sequence by both teams. Obviously, the Yankees
Yeah,
just took advantage of the mistakes, but the Blue Jays. First inning, like what were these guys doing? But it's a nice. If you haven't seen the video, go ahead and just it's on
it's on
MLB's
MLB.
MLB.com, so you can go watch it there and just get your chuckle at the MLB players. I'm sure that play is going to be played in I think at Dodger Stadium that they'll sometimes put like blunders. I'm sure that one
Yeah,
will be up there. Will be up there
or on YouTube.
pretty soon.
YouTube pretty soon.
Yeah. Um, Speaking of blunders, the Arizona Diamondbacks are, if they were an NBA team, we would be saying that they are tanking. In baseball, tanking, I mean, you can do it, but it doesn't render you the same results as MLB or as NBA or NFL. The Diamondbacks have lost 23 straight road games
Yep.
23 straight. This is more conceivable in basketball. In baseball, it's hard because you get the games where it's a day game, the other team's not feeling it,
Yeah.
the other team may be tired. 23 road games, how does that happen?
I don't know what kind of meal they're having or their sleep. I guess the sleep patterns are just terrible. Well, the
Sleep
team is just
pattern,
terrible.
okay. Yeah.
No, it does because you go East
Right.
Coast, West Coast, Central, all that.
Yeah.
If you're traveling, you understand it's 3 hours you gain.
Hmm.
I mean, it's 3 hours you lose, and then you gain it back.
Yeah.
But everybody does it, so there shouldn't be any excuse. Everybody in MLB does it. The team's just terrible. That's all it is. The team is just terrible, and they just. The more I see them lose, the happier I get because in September I can head to Arizona and buy like $5 tickets to go watch them play. You know, add a stamp to my 30 stadium collection
Yeah.
um, for cheap. Um, I don't know. It like you were saying, it means something, but it doesn't mean anything. Like in the NBA, you get the number one pick. That number one pick ends up in the NBA, like right up there.
Right.
In MLB, the number one pick doesn't end up in the majors till maybe a year after, maybe two,
Yeah.
depending on how good they are. Or your Bryce Harper in the same year.
Right.
But to see a Bryce Harper, of what I've been seeing, uh, I don't, I don't see anything up there.
Hmm.
Kumar Rocker's not maybe a year away. He gets drafted maybe a year away out there. What's that other guy? Jack Leiter.
Hmm.
Still same thing. They still got some things to fix.
Yeah.
That maybe a year of MLB minor league experience would do. So yeah, I see it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. They just suck. And I think that's the easiest thing to say. It's for Diamondback fans don't travel well. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's been. I almost think it's harder to lose that many games than it is to win all those games, because when you're winning, at least you got the momentum, you're playing well, everyone's feeding off each
Yeah,
other. When you're losing, I mean, there comes a moment where you're going up against some of these teams, and maybe they don't take you as seriously, and you creep up on somebody and you beat them. It's just been a ridiculous slide for them. I think the last road win for these guys was I think was like in April against the Rockies. I think April 8th might have been. Oh, no, not April 8th. Sorry, April 25th against the Diamondbacks, against the Braves. I think was the last time they won a road game. That is ridiculous. That is some very bad, very terrible, um, just things to be connected with. But that's the Arizona Diamondbacks.
you
These are
expect that from the Orioles or something.
Yeah, and what's interesting, it's not like they've. I don't know. I think it's this season, for example, we haven't had a team that's just like dominating everybody. We don't have what we
No,
had of last year, the year before that, and even the year before that, where we've had when the Red Sox were hot from the beginning, where the Yankees were hot, even
yeah.
the Dodgers and the Astros. There's every team is pretty much even, pretty much the same. So it's been interesting to see that they've lost that many.
Well, they
But
lost 14 in a row overall,
yeah,
so they're bad.
yeah,
They're really really bad.
yeah, they won't be in our the weekend series to look forward to uh, this season at all.
The crazy part. Maybe next week we can do. Let's see who gets traded from there. I haven't done too much research on the team, so I don't know who would move best.
Hmm.
Because they might have some relievers that you might want. Maybe you want Cattell Marte. Maybe he might move.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah, or Kelly. Carson Kelly, I think, is the catcher
yeah,
now there. Yeah, there's teams contending. There's teams that are ready to sell. I don't know when it should already be starting the selling mode, but We haven't seen any big moves yet or anything yet.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that comes together. Speaking of teams that suck,
Oh, here we go.
your mighty Angels, your pick to win the World Series. No,
Not
just
even the
kidding.
World Series.
To win the division. Uh Otani. Is Otani the MVP of baseball?
I
He's
don't
certainly
know.
everyone's favorite baseball player, apparently.
I don't know. To me, his hitting is great, but his pitching has always been suspect for me.
But his pitching is decent enough. It's not like he's a train wreck. He's good enough
Oh yeah,
when it
yeah, yeah,
comes to the
yeah.
pitching.
But I would expect more, like the Babe Ruth-ish, type of thing.
Yeah.
Uh, it's hard to say, but it's hard to say because the two of the MVP candidates for the AL are Vladimir Guerrero and him. I mean, both of them aren't in winning teams. Both of them are in the bottom of the cellar. Toronto and the Angels.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think of anybody. No, the NL has been a lot more dominant.
I
I, I,
think
I would see it happening. I can see it. I can see it happening.
yeah, baseball's MVP is a lot different than the other sports MVP because usually
Mm,
you don't get the MVP in the NBA if you're on a team that sucks.
yeah,
Uh, like Jokic, for example, he won the MVP and his team. I mean, he was the clear MVP. But if Jokic was on a 30 win or 20 win team, he wouldn't have gotten the MVP. Or
yeah.
you go to the NFL, it's usually the guy who with the best record or something like
Or the
that.
quarterback,
Yeah.
right? The quarterback.
Right, but it's a quarterback who's on a good team. It's not a quarterback who's on a 6 win or 7 win team.
Yeah,
In baseball, the MVP is more open. The MVP is um more towards the best guy and the guy with the best stats as opposed to the guy who's leading the team in the MVPs or in wins. I mean, it's usually not the guy. I remember when A-Rod won it on that awful Texas Rangers team,
yeah.
and it was just, but that's just baseball. So I think Otani can do it. The guy that I think should get more consideration, and I'm not just being a homer, is JD Martinez. I think JD Martinez
You're
should
being a homer.
be considered. No, come
You're
on.
being
Are
a
you
homer.
kidding
You're
me?
being a homer.
No, come on.
You're being a homer.
He's playing really well this year.
Might as well give it to Mike Trout.
No, come on. Mike Trout's he's been out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
No, come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? JD Martinez has been really good this season.
I don't know. If I would give it to somebody, it'll be Otani.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I think he's gonna get it because of the fanfare, and some of these baseball writers are all about keeping the relationships and stuff, that they're not about the what's actually important. But I don't know, man. My guy JD has been really good this
I was at
season.
an Angel game. Where was it? Last week? Last Monday? Or
Mhm.
this Monday? Last Monday.
Yeah,
Damn, they love Otani.
yeah, they
They love
do.
Otani. They love Otani more than Trout, but Trout wasn't there, so it's kind of hard to say.
It's not
Um,
hard to say. They do love Otani more than Trout. That is very
well, I,
clear.
I haven't I haven't seen both of them on the field together. I haven't seen the crowd reaction to that. They got invited. Hey, you want to go watch a baseball game? Yeah, Dodgers are off. Let's go watch it. Cool. Um, yeah, they just love him more, and they shout for him. Everything he does is great,
Yeah,
and it was crazy. He was getting like the Babe Ruth, not the Babe Ruth, the Barry Bonds treatment. He walked 3 times that day. Like they were pitching to him.
yeah,
They were facing the Kansas City Royals. Yeah, it was a blunder of a game. Angels won, of course.
yeah.
I was gonna say I have a player that's doing really well in the Angels that should be considered maybe
For MVP,
for one of those most improved or
Oh, okay.
type of things. Yeah,
Who,
no
Fletcher?
MVP. No, what's his name? Walsh.
Okay.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
I finally saw him play and it's like, oh my god, that guy's really good.
I
Jared
wonder if
Walsh, I think his
I
name.
wonder if the Angels would trade Mike Trout now. They wouldn't, but
Nah,
it'd be nice.
nah. They nah.
I always like to think of scenarios where the Angels trade Mike Trout. I want to free him. I want to get him out of the Angels, but
Should
he's like the princess in Mario Bros. Like he wants to get trapped. I feel like that
yeah.
princess just wants to get trapped by
Should we go to a
is it
Red Sox
Bowser?
Angel game? Should we go to Angels Red Sox game and go and have a sign say free Trout?
Free Mike Trout. Actually, I'm planning on going to one of those games. So I don't know if I'll
Uh,
take a sign that says free Mike Trout, but
if you do take a picture, put it on Instagram.
free Mike Trout.
Free my Trout.
um, this week in MLB history, what you got for us?
Oh, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Jesus.
What you got for us?
Damn, my editor didn't get it. I'm just kidding. In 2014, yeah, this is a homer. This is a homer type of
Yeah.
historical moment. 2014 against the Colorado Rockies. Number 22 from the Dodgers was going, I believe, into the sixth inning into the perfect game. Then your boy Hanley Ramirez bobbled the ball and he threw it away. And yeah, my boy always remembers that. He remembers where he was at during that moment.
Yeah.
He's like, I was, yeah, he does. He's like, damn, he hates Hanley Ramirez. Like, he hates him.
For that, he hates Hanley Ramirez for that. Okay, Hanley Ramirez was the most
He doesn't know
productive
any better. He's 10.
was the most productive postseason hitter for the Dodgers during that stretch. He was the only
He
one that
10.
wasn't afraid. Him and Puig.
He was
Anyway,
10. At that age, he was what, 4? Yeah, he doesn't know anything.
yeah.
So Mr. Kershaw at Dodger Stadium, I was supposed to be at that game.
Wah, wah, wah.
So no. Let me tell you the story. So me and my buddies, there was 3 of us. We drove down to Dodger Stadium. We're gonna go to the game. We're like we had made plans the day before. We're gonna go to the game. I'm driving. My buddy, I don't know what he did to me. Like I don't know what he said. Something happened. We just kept going down. We kept going to Hollywood. We went to go do some things out there. Went to eat, watch the game there, and guess what happens? Kershaw throws a no-hitter, and I still hate him to this day for that reason.
What do you mean? You're going on your way to Dodger Stadium?
So Dodger Stadium, you know Sunset. You know you're going down Sunset.
No.
Dodger Stadium. We don't make that right turn. We keep going straight.
Why?
I don't know what. I still don't remember.
What the heck?
He's an Angel fan. First of all,
You were
hypnotized. Throw it out there.
You were hypnotized.
He was an Angel fan. He was an Angel fan.
Did you put a gun out? What do you mean? What your story doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. To this day, it's like, why did we do it?
Did he put you under a spell?
Nah, it wasn't even a spell. He kind of said, why are we gonna go watch the Colorado Rockies? They suck. And it's like a normal game. Let's just go have some food and just hang out. Like, why waste our money in there? We can go over there. Yeah, things like that. So we did. We ended up doing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, the rest is history.
Actually, you deserve to have missed out.
Yeah. And I still hate him to this day. I talk to him still.
Right.
Shout out to my boy Akash.
Yeah.
But I still remember. I still like every day. I'm like, dude, you made me miss that. We could have been there. Could have, should have, did it.
Maybe you would have helped Hanley Ramirez.
Nah. You know those. That's kind of why I like going to like those random games. You know, like everybody's like, oh, let's go to this bobblehead giveaway. Let's go to this. Bauer's pitching. Or let's go to What all the no hitters have happened? None of them. Maybe one has been. Maybe that somebody you know.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, you don't know anything. Yeah. So that's why I still to this day like going to random games. Like
except
anybody would give me free tickets.
except for the
Anybody,
Colorado Rockies.
yeah. Oh yeah, well, that's a different. No, the me, but I'm saying, but I say me personally. So if
Right.
you fans have tickets, free tickets, I'll go to any game as long as I'm available. I'll go to the game. I don't. I like watching baseball, and it doesn't matter. It was a random Monday game too with the Angels.
Yeah.
I don't even know who the hell was pitching. I don't even know. I don't even remember. Just watching a game. I remember all I know that their rookie starter, their Kansas City Royals rookie starter got lit up, and yeah.
So that's it. That's how, when did this happen again?
Uh,
2014.
June 18th, 2014.
Cool. So shout out to Kershaw on his near perfect game, and shout out to Henry Ramirez, who
I, I
somewhere in
think
the
he's the first.
Dominican Republic.
I think he's first ballot Hall of Fame. You think so?
Henry Ramirez?
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
Kershaw. Kershaw.
Yeah, of course. But
You think?
baseball writers are weird. So
Nah, I don't know.
they're weird. What do you mean you don't know? You don't know they're
No,
weird?
no,
They're
no, no.
weird.
Nobody. Wait, I know that part, but I don't know that they would. He has nothing in his legacy that would hold him back.
I know, but Derek Jeter didn't have anything in his legacy, and he wasn't a unanimous guy. These guys are
No, no,
just
no,
these guys are
no. But I'm
just
saying first
weird.
ballot, like the first name
Yeah,
he
yeah,
goes
oh
in.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. I don't mean the unanimous. Unanimous. That thing's hard. They're stupid. Yeah, that's. I forget
Yeah.
there was who was supposed to go unanimous, and it was one vote away, and then that vote was a Red Sox fan or a Yankee fan, one or two. I forget who it was. This is like recent too.
Ariano? Jeter? I don't know.
The last unanimous Hall of Fame. We'll keep going. I'll look it up.
But yeah, so the baseball writers are weird. But yeah, he should be first ballot. He's the best pitcher in he was the best pitcher in his generation. And it was not even close.
Yeah, it was Derek Jeter.
Yeah, Derek Jeter. See? Derek Jeter.
Yeah. So it was like a Red Sox fan or something, like something stupid.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
Yeah.
So that was that. Shout out to him. Speaking of pitching, and he hasn't been involved in this, at least not that I know of, unless you know something.
Yeah.
Kershaw's been in this pitching stuff. He's used sticky stuff.
Oh, it's 99%. Well, he's not been like, oh my god, he's like the main corporate of main.
No,
main
of course not.
Yeah, no.
John Means is that guy.
Yeah, no, it's known around baseball.
Yeah.
If you're not using your sweat and rosin, then you've been involved. Which
Gotcha.
99.9 players have not been using that stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's been.
So the pitching scandal is here, and we still have it. It's still around. Baseball came out with new rules. You'll be suspended 10 games, which for a pitcher is maybe two starts, depending on when you pitch, but it's two starts, but you still get paid for them. So it's just kind of 2 days off.
Right.
And if you're, if you're a guy like Kershaw, for example, who's going to pitch deep into October, 2 starts.
I'll take a little break.
Yeah, the 2 starts help you out in the long run. Why is baseball making this so difficult? First of all, let's start there. The first question: why is baseball making this so difficult?
Because you have a commissioner that doesn't know anything about baseball.
Yeah,
and he's trying to go with the casual fans. So we're not seeing any home runs happening. We're not seeing any offense happening. So what do? Let's go get our pitchers.
Yeah.
Let's go attack our pitchers. Let's go change things up. Even though before the season started, they're like, no, we're not gonna change any rules. We'll get some balls. We'll test them out. After that, after the season, in the off season, we'll make a judgment on what we saw. All of a sudden, they're not seeing enough offense where they go after the pitchers.
I think it's weird that they're doing this thing because of the everyone in baseball, hitters and pitchers, are for it.
Yeah.
And I think that's the weird part for me because it's not like the hitters are complaining. And I have a problem with like the John Means. I think
Yeah.
those guys, where John Means has been a terrible pitcher, or I don't want to say terrible, a below average pitcher his entire career. This
Look at my
year,
hand.
this
Look
year,
at my
yeah.
hand, Jeremy. Look at my hand. I'm not. I don't have anything on my. I don't have anything on my hands.
Uh huh.
See that? See that? How sticky it is?
What do you mean
All this is all
you're
I have
holding
is
it?
sweat.
You're holding it
All
with
I
two
have is
hands.
no. All I no. I'm not. I'm not showing you that. I'm showing my fingers. Look at my fingers. I'm pressing down the ball just like a pitcher does,
Uh huh.
and then left.
All right.
And I
Yeah.
have nothing. And I have nothing on my hand. I
Yeah.
literally it's just sweat.
Right.
That's it. It's
Yeah. So
ridiculous.
it's weird because the the batters are for it. The batters are saying let them play,
Yeah.
and and it's not so much a competitive advantage. It's just I need to grip the ball better because if I don't grip the ball better, guys are going to get hit in the face, like we've seen several times this year. So yeah, it's so weird, and like I said this in our last pod, we need to have a commissioner who actually likes baseball.
Who knows baseball? Likes it. Yeah.
Or likes it. Just because knowing baseball, if you is different. But can we at least have one who likes baseball, who
it
cares for baseball?
just looks more and more like he's trying to ruin it.
Yeah, like it's just so weird. I think the offense is fine. This isn't football where we're gonna get 20, 30 runs. The offenses are
Yeah.
fine. If you go through the scoreboards, the offense is fine. It looks okay. So I just think what we have to take better care of the pitching. I think pitching is becoming more and more violent. Pitching is becoming pitchers are their careers are becoming shorter and shorter because we've gone from the Greg Maddux, the Tom Gavlin, the
Glavin.
Mike Messina. I totally butchers they Glavin. Glavin? No,
Glavin. Yeah.
Glavin. Yeah.
Yeah. Glavin.
Um,
A
and
thick
we've
skin.
gone from those type of pitchers, Mike Messina, Derek Lowe, those type of dudes who were about placement and all of that, to if you can't throw 98 and above, you're almost out of the league. And obviously that puts more strain on the arms, and with more speed, well, you need to be able to grip the ball better. And so I think for them to do track the way they're tracking it now, it's so ridiculous.
Well,
And
but
go ahead.
let's just say an example. I'm sorry to cut you off. So the people that are in charge of this are the umpires.
Right.
Guys like don't even know what a ball and a strike is. That's the first part.
Right.
That's a different subject.
Yeah.
But they've never been taught anything. Most of them have never played the game like above like college, or anything above there. Like maybe they got in high school. Maybe who knows?
Yeah.
A lot of them are old. They have yet to go in anything. So what constitutes sticky stuff? So what are you gonna? So let's just put out a scenario. The ball gets pitched, gets fielded by a third baseman. Third baseman has pine on this, or has something going on
Mhm.
because it's a day game. Let's say they have is it
Sunscreen.
sunscreen?
Hmm.
Let's say they have sunscreen. The player accidentally, or when he's putting the sunscreen, he still has it in his hands, right? Technically, if you think about it,
Right.
fields the ball, throws it first. Ball comes back to the pitcher. Now, what does the pitcher have to do? If he feels something weird about it, does he say, "Hey, can somebody come out here and let's waste a mound visit so they can clean my hand because I think I don't want to get in trouble?"
Yeah.
Because sunscreen is illegal now,
Yeah.
so you can't make sunscreen and anything. It's illegal. So what are they supposed to do? How are they gonna? I don't understand how they're gonna manage this whole thing. Like, is it? I don't know. Is it the Michael Pineda? Is it Michael Pineda, the guy that had it here
Yeah,
in
yeah,
his
yeah,
throat and or in
yeah.
his neck? Is it that's what they're looking for, or are they looking for just things on the glove? Because there's been things on the glove that we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Oh, how are they gonna do it? Like I don't understand. I don't understand why make the rule change in the middle of the season. Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, you don't have enough. It's you. The proof is there. It has happened since my grandpa and my grandpa's grandpa. All this has been happening since then. Ever since Pine Tar and all this other stuff has been put out.
Yeah.
So why are we trying to like lock it down now?
Well, I think to me, it's not about. There's no competitive advantage.
There is in a sense, but
I
not
mean,
the
but it's
not as extreme
you
as
see, but
people are
it's
making it to.
competitive advantage. Like if you have good stuff, if you have terrible, like if you have no stuff, if you're terrible, it
John
doesn't
Means.
right. It doesn't make it. Well, John Means has average stuff, and John Means in the past he would have games where you're like, oh, okay, like if John Means can put it together, it can work. But if you don't have good stuff, it's not like it makes your stuff better. Maybe
That's
it
true.
adds a little movement here, maybe, but MLB pitch batters are used to movement. It's not like it's adding more speed. It's like pine tar with the in the bat. It's for grip primarily. It's grip.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It doesn't make you hit the ball harder or faster. It just helps you to grip the
And
bat
that's a
better.
and that's another argument. So you're trying to take all this away from the pitchers. What are you going to take away from the hitter?
Yeah, I think that's my because you could argue gloves. Like gloves, why should they be allowed to wear gloves? Gloves are an advantage. That's where I stand on this. It's not
Yeah,
like these pitchers are getting a competitive advantage. This isn't steroids. They're not getting a competitive advantage. John Means had the stuff, and seeing him in the AO East for a while. John Means was the guy that like, man, if this guy in the right staff with the right people, this guy could be good.
yeah,
He could be good. And you get
yeah.
baseball players like that all the time who go to the right organization with the right pitching coach and they get turned around. And so that's where I think this is more about development. I think John Means is finally developing. His stuff is still decent. It's not like he's pitching amazing.
Yeah,
His stuff is still the same stuff.
yeah. He's happened to face with the Mariners the other day, a
Ex-
bad day.
exactly. I think
No,
that's the thing. That's what gets me so upset with this conversation because the people running baseball, it's like they're stupid and have no idea about the game.
they don't.
And
They have
and
zero.
and that's where I think we need to push, not just like us, our podcast, but the players have to push, and the union has to push for a commissioner who actually likes baseball. In the NFL, Roger Goodell, as unpopular as he is, he actually likes the football. He actually likes watching the games.
Well, even
Adam
the guy
Silver
from the NBA.
loves the NBA. He loves
Yeah,
basketball. He understands basketball.
yeah,
And where Rob Manfred, the guy doesn't. I don't know if he watches baseball. I don't know if he every night is watching the games, which is a
no,
big part. If you're a commissioner, it's a big part of it.
yeah. There's a lot. There's a lot wrong with baseball right now. Honestly, like the whole thing with not enough offense. You can take that back to kids that are 11, 12 years old. What are they teaching them right now?
Yeah.
They're teaching them to pop it up, teaching them to hit a home run. That's all that's happening. It's not that the pitchers are getting a competitive. It looks like it, but it's not that way.
Yeah.
I can speak for my own team. Like Dodgers, they're they're going for the home run. They're not going for the gapper. They're not going for the bunt. They're not going for nothing that's considered baseball.
Yeah.
It's just trying to be a home run derby every single game. And would it anybody with a brain, anybody with a right brain and a right mind can see what's happening with baseball, and they're trying to throw this at the pitchers, which is not. It's not the pitchers. The pitchers have been doing this for years. They've been
Yeah.
doing this for years. This has been going on for years. It's just the change of the game and offensively. Everybody's trying to hit it over the fence.
Yeah.
All these
Yeah.
guys that are coming back from like years off, or all these guys going over to Japan. How do they come back? They're hitting the ball over the fence.
Yeah.
They're over there in the KBO or the Japanese league hitting over the fence. Oh my God, let's go get them. Let's go get them. Oh, they changed something in their swing. I can detest for a couple of Dodgers. Max Muncy. Max Muncy was a scrub. He was a
Mm-hmm.
scrub in the A's.
Yeah.
He changed his swing a little bit, and guess what he was doing? Locking the ball up.
Yeah. That
And
was the
look what
David
he's look.
Ortiz when he was with the Twins.
Same thing with
He goes
the
to the Red
Twins.
Sox, and his approach changes, so therefore we got to see more of the power. Yeah.
Yeah, it it's sad for me as a baseball lover
Mm-hmm.
or a baseball enthusiast.
Yep.
To see how people are just like bringing down everything that's happening. Like the picture I had behind me, I laughed at that. That picture's funny to me. It's been happening for years. Why are we acting like this happened this year, or the last year, or the year after?
Yeah.
It's been happening.
Yeah. Not only, and again, go back to the same thing. There's no competitive advantage. And you're right. It's the change of approach that's happened for a few years now. The team that I can remember that was very like obvious with it was the Yankees like 3-4
Yeah,
seasons ago, where they shattered the home run record as a team. But these guys were going up there jacking it up, and the Yankees would strike out a lot, but when they would hit you hard.
and they're going to right field.
Yeah,
Short porch.
exactly.
248.
So I just think it's understanding that in the NBA there's been a shift in the playing style. When we were growing up, we were taught when you're running a fast break, you go to
Yeah.
the basket.
Yeah,
The
now they pull out
way
a three.
the way they're being trained now, you run to the corners and you get a three.
Yeah,
And it's
ridiculous.
it's a change of game. That's all it is. But to say, oh, it is illegal what Steph Curry's doing would be stupid. Like the people who want to make the court longer, like you're dumb. This is just a change of game. Because if we had a Shaquille O'Neal, if Shaq was, in the game now, Shaq would be dominating in the paint, and we would have a conversation about, oh, maybe we should lift up the rims because it's too easy for Shaq to score.
What isn't that why they did the 3 minute or the 3 second rule? Because of Shaq, or most of these big guys were just standing in the paint.
I'm sure it was like Wilt. I don't know if it was Shaq.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The big guys. I'm talking about the big guys.
Yeah.
But like just to go back to baseball, it's like what has changed in baseball? What has changed in the last, let's say, 15 years? Analytics,
the
shift,
but in the game, the defensive shift. So anything to do with analytics. But I think on the field, the pitchers, there's more emphasis on throwing harder, and not so much on control. Is why Chapman has been very valuable, even though the guy can go, almost innings and without finding the strike zone, but he throws super fast, so it doesn't matter. That's changed, and also the approach of the hitters. The hitters want to hit home runs. You'll bat 230, but hey, I got 35 home runs. It's like, okay.
Yeah. And who are the managers now?
Well, the managers are these ex-players, but they're all puppets.
That's another thing. They're all puppets. They're all puppets.
It's rare. So I think if we go, maybe there's a few that are able to do whatever they want, but across the board,
they're not puppets.
Yeah,
we have a puppet here in LA.
Yeah,
you have a puppet over in Boston.
Yeah, but I think Cora is less, because I think Cora gets, because of the title, I think he gets a little more say. But yeah,
Well,
it's
Dave Roberts is the title.
yeah, but Dave
Just
Roberts.
no, but I'm saying there's a lot more control from the front office
No, no, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, I
coming
agree.
down to the players. Before there was nothing.
Right.
Before if we saw like with me, like back when I was playing, if I saw the owner, if I saw like the GM or I saw somebody, I was like, they would do something wrong. Now
Hmm.
they're constantly in the locker room. They're constantly there.
Yeah.
They're constantly conversating with the players. Before it was like, what are you doing here? What did I
Yeah.
do? Are you gonna
Who's getting
release me?
traded?
Yeah. No, it was like, did I get traded or did I get released? You know,
Oh man.
the whole if you watch the movie Moneyball,
Yeah.
and when they saw the GM coming to the locker room, he never comes to the locker room.
Yeah.
And then they knew what was going on. No, it's crazy. It's crazy how much baseball has changed, and it's very unfortunate it's going the wrong route. As much as I love the game, it's very sad for me to see the way the game is going. Even the youth game going on as they're getting older into high school and stuff like that, it's changing. It is changing for the worse too. They're teaching kids the inappropriate way to do it. Well, not the inappropriate, the wrong way to do it. The right way is always the analytic way. I don't know. It's just very unfortunate, and
Yeah.
just parents just trying to like, what do you call them? Everything nowadays is all social media, and that's another thing that I don't think we added on here, and I forgot to mention what has changed in baseball. Have you noticed MLB on Fox? Everything they post on Instagram. Who have they posted on Instagram for the last maybe since the season started?
Who?
I get a Tatis update every single day.
Oh, I see. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I get a Fernando Tatis. They're trying to shove it down my throat. The guy's not even. The guy's good. The guy's not great. The guy's not Mike Trout. The guy's not Otani. Otani is another guy they're trying to shove down our throats.
You see, but
Like,
that I don't mind because I think they should do it with Trout. I think they should do it
they should have done it with Trout. They
with
should be doing it with Trout.
Mookie. I don't mind that because it's what all these other leagues do.
What DeGrom? Well, yeah,
No, I
the
yes,
only
yeah, I agree with you. Yes, I'm with you.
this
I'm with
guy's
you.
this
I'm
guy's
with
having
you.
the most historical season
I
in MLB
I'm with
history.
you. I'm with you. I texted you the other day. I love how much
Yeah,
I love DeGrom. But I don't have a problem with them doing that. I have a problem with the players that they're choosing.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
But I don't have a problem with them pushing these players down our throats because it's how a lot of these NFL guys become household names. You're
yeah.
seeing them every other commercial, all these NBA guys who become household names. And I think it's time. Baseball is way behind on this. It's time they do that. Even, I think even when it comes to like the video, the NBA does a great job of letting you kind of use their video with no problem. You can go,
Yeah.
I can go on YouTube right now and find any NBA clip I want.
Yeah,
For baseball, they've kind of removed it where you can't even do anything.
that goes back with the blackouts.
And it's just like, dude, like if I want to YouTube 2004 Red Sox A-Rod slapping the ball out of a Royals hand because I want to post that on Instagram or Twitter, let me do that. Why? Because it's free marketing. I am
Yeah.
marketing your product for free, which is how the NBA has done it, and I think it's amazing. But yeah, baseball has been super behind in all of this. They've chosen Tatis as the poster child, and I think a lot of it is because he looks like somebody that the kids want to like,
Oh, they
because
want to like they like him.
he has the swag, he has, he just looks cool. Where Mike Trout just looks like a like a boring baseball player, even though he's the goat. Um, and it's just the
Well,
way it goes.
my boy just told me a week and a half ago. He goes, "I know you're gonna hate this," and he tells me and his mom, "I know you're gonna hate this, but I like Fernando Tatis. He's like one of my favorites." I'm like,
There you
"What
go.
the hell is going on with you, kid?"
You see, but Tatis is good. It's not like he sucks. He's good, and
He's just
he's young. He has potential.
he's just
He's just a Padre, and I can't like him.
no, it's not even that. I like Vladimir Guerrero. Vladimir
Yeah,
Guerrero Jr. Like he's one of my favorite youngsters.
yeah.
I don't know. I just can't seem to like the guy. Like he's I think to me he's worse than Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds, I actually came around and started liking the guy because I understood once I started growing up and understanding the game a little bit more, I understood where Barry Bonds was coming from and how
Yeah.
good Barry Bonds was. But now that I'm a grown guy, I can't. I've grown that. I can't. I don't know. I can't like the guy. I don't know. There's something I can't like him.
Yeah. That thesis is good with me.
And you can't say it's flashiness because I like Javier Baez. I like Vladimir Guerrero's flashy. Name another flashy player, and maybe I'll like him. Maybe I
Your
won't.
boy,
Eventually,
the
hell,
boy behind you, the boy behind you
yeah.
is your boy
I
behind you
I like the
is
guy.
flashy. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the guy. Like I don't know what I have with Tatis. I guess the big contract. I
I
guess
mean,
that
some
they're
of it
just
has to be that he plays for the Padres.
the Padres are nothing to me.
Okay.
I don't care about the Padres.
Okay, but that has to factor in.
I care more about the Giants. I hate the Giants more than the Padres.
For sure.
It is that's always been injected in me. Like this is a team you don't like. The Padres to me haven't done anything.
Yeah.
They haven't once they win the World Series. If they win it this year, it, and that you're gonna hear it here first. There's a I have a hunch that the Padres are gonna win the World Series this year. Something's gonna go wrong, and the Padres are gonna win the World
Are
Series.
you putting the Angels curse on the Padres? That's
No, no,
smart.
no,
That's
no,
smart.
no, no. It's just it's just remember how I was telling you like earlier podcast, like you start getting that feeling of what teams
The
are gonna
Padres though?
the teams that the MLB wants to push
Oh, right, right, right.
and the teams that the MLB wants to push are they end up being champions. Maybe it might change. I don't know. I just
Mm,
have that gut feeling right now
I don't
that
know. If
I
we
know they're
talk
playing bad.
if we talk to the Yankees have been pushed down our throat. We have yet to see them in the World Series. So
It I don't know. I I just have that hunch, and hopefully it's just a bad hunch, like something
yeah,
that's
hopefully it's a
me
hunch
just
like
being
the
dumb.
Angels hunch.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
But if they do win it, then
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you'll get all the credit for sure. Um, yeah. So that's the pitching. That's where we're at with that. Obviously, it's a topic that's going to continue to keep being part of the pod because it's going to be part of baseball. Tyler Glasnow, my guy, my Cy Young winner guy, who was pitching well, by the way.
I was pretty well. Yeah,
Obviously,
I was getting scared for a second.
it was a it was a very ambitious pick to pick him to win Cy Young, but he even blamed it to the fact that the lack of grip, which messed up his elbow. So hopefully he's able to recover and come back soon. Somebody who's not affected by this is Jacob DeGrom. DeGrom has been amazing. He's been dominant, as you're saying. He's on a uh, historic
Start run.
season and run. There's not much to say about him besides the fact that he's amazing. And so I just wanted to say his name on the pod. I think he's going to be somebody I want to mention
He's
every week,
fragile. How
just
about
because
that? Fragile.
he's so amazing. But yeah, right. But they came out negative. The X-rays came back negative.
Yeah, no. But I'm
But
saying you wanna say something. He's fragile.
yeah, but he's so amazing. He's another guy I want to free from the Mets. Um, yeah. So Jacob DeGrom, shout out to him. He's the best pitcher in baseball.
He's gonna win. He's gonna win Cy Young.
Oh man, he's so good. Um, Dodgers corner. Where we're at with the Dodgers. Second place, world champion Dodgers. Where are we at with the Dodgers?
How about we go Red Sox? You're such a dick.
The world champion Dodgers who are in second place. I'm giving them
Yeah,
the respect. They're the world champion Dodgers who
that's
happen to
it.
be
But
in second place.
and then you throw that shot to the left, to the right.
It's funny because you keep trashing the Giants and you keep calling them pretenders. And yet here we are in the middle of June. Obviously, it's still very early. I still think the Dodgers are going to win the division. The Giants might be for real. Dodgers corner. Where we have the Dodgers. Your silence is
Exactly.
loud.
Exactly. If you see it on YouTube, check it out on YouTube. You're gonna see my face when he said that. Um, they're playing well. They're playing well right now. They finally got to play in front of a big crowd. Finally, a full crowd, a full capacity crowd, which that helps a lot. Uh, might I say the first ever, the largest crowd in his. How can I put it? The largest crowd ever since the pandemic ended or started. Sorry, to
How
attend
many?
a outdoor game.
How many people?
It's 52. It was over 52,000. Something the Red Sox will never do, and the Angels will never do.
Well, our stadium is not that big, so
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said never.
okay, okay.
There's been a lot of injuries. Cody Bellinger is injured again. He doesn't look like he's gonna have any. He's gonna have any part of. How can I put it? Be nice. Be nice. I'm trying to be nice. Um, he's just having a bad season. He's just gonna have a bad season. I think this is one of his worst seasons. Remember, we were talking earlier in the podcast that not earlier. When I say earlier, is the early podcast. I think he's overrated. Honestly, I don't think a big
Who's
contract is coming
overrated?
for Cody Bellinger
Oh,
because
right,
his
right.
numbers have just gone. His numbers have gone
Well,
this way, this
he's
way.
the perfect example we were talking about. The guys who go up,
Yeah,
bat 220, get 35 home runs, and strike out
yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
I remember when Cody Bellinger was a poster guy, and now he's just an afterthought. He's an afterthought to Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is looking a little bit better. He's been having a bad season.
You wanted to
I
trade him
think
away.
I wanted to trade him away,
I was offering
even
your
though I
Kike
even though
some
I
bats and in a bag in a bucket of balls for
I,
Mookie Betts.
I was really frustrated at that point. I was really really frustrated at him.
Yeah.
Like just that bats, just the type of bats he's taking. Uh, pitching wise, we're good. We're good so
Mhm.
far. Bauer never gets run support, but he's been pitching very well. Maybe toward the last start was a little rocky, little maybe not enough stuff on the ball. Um, it's Kershaw. Kershaw's been doing great. Let me see. It's just this roll. The season's just rolling along. I really don't have much to say about them anymore because then I'll sound like a homer, and I don't want to sound like a homer. I'm trying to be like a non-biased Dodger fan.
Well, this is the time to be a homer.
Nah,
But if you don't want to go there, that's fine.
I don't. I'm a professional. Remember I told you from the beginning, I'm always a professional.
Okay, okay. Um, is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I don't. I think there's nothing much. They're playing well. The Giants have been playing a lot better.
Yeah,
They've been playing really well. And what can you say? They win when they lose when they're not consistent yet. I
yeah.
think they're still trying to get healthy. They're still trying to get there. I think at the end result, they're going to win the division. I don't know about the World Series. You want me to be professional? I'm being professional right now.
I know. I
I
want you to be a homer. You want to be professional.
at this point, no, whatever. First, you want me to be a professional. I want to be a
I
homer.
never
Like
asked you to be
you
a
gotta make.
professional.
Yeah,
Don't put that on me. I never asked you to be a professional. Don't do that.
At this point, I don't see them winning the World Series. Like
Oh,
honestly,
gosh.
at this point in the season, I don't see them. I don't see them winning the World Series at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're just lacking. They're lacking offense. Their
Yeah,
offense is very soft. Their pitching has been consistent. That's the only thing that's actually been doing well. Uh, yeah, it just that's kind of what I see it
yeah.
at this point. At this point in the season, I might
Right,
change my mind.
right.
August, September. Let's go Red Sox corner.
I have. So the Red Sox have had I think a good season overall. I went into the season thinking we were gonna go 81, 80 games, So we were going to be right at 500 or right below it, or right above it. 80 to 82 games, I thought were the games that the Red Sox were going to win. They've been a lot better than that. Obviously, they've produced way more than that, and it's a team that's overachieved a little bit, but overachieved from the offense, and the starting pitching has been surprisingly better and good. I think heading into this season, into this weekend, for example, I think that they're like 15th when it comes to ERA, um, and they're second in home runs allowed to the Mets. They have the fourth lowest ERA in baseball, or I think they're tied for it. Um, and so it's been one of those things that the Red Sox have overachieved with that. I think we need to make moves to bring in more pitching if we want to make a run into October. I think this season is very interesting because it's a very open season. There isn't a dominant team. I think every team is beatable. I think the Dodgers are fragile. I don't think anybody in the AL is truly dangerous. You keep pushing the Yankees on my throat, um,
I'm
and
over that already.
they will make a triple play or they'll win a game and you'll get excited. I don't see it with the Yankees. I've said it from the beginning. The Blue Jays obviously are interesting, but I don't think they have enough. And the Rays are scary. Um, so I think the Red Sox, if they want to compete, I think that the key is going to be getting more pitching. Um, I am worried about what's his name, Eduardo Rodriguez. He's I don't know if it's the COVID stuff. He had COVID last year, and that's why he missed the season. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know if it's COVID that he hasn't figured out how to throw his changeup. Uh, the team doesn't really know, and it's hard to say what it is with him. But he's been not that good. I mean, he's okay. He had 5 starts where he was okay, but now he's not as effective as he used to be. The offense is good. The offense is I think we're like third in batting average, third in OPS. Um, the best part of our lineup is bats 285 with an 841 OPS. So it's it's a good offensive team and it's a fun team. More than anything else, I love this team because of just how close they are and how united they are, and the celebrations are great. And it's fun to root for a team that
So
likes
what's the
each
whole
other.
thing with the whole cart?
This is a celebration.
Is it a laundry cart or is it what kind of
I
cart
have
is
no
it?
idea, but
Oh, come
it's
on,
a
Red Sox
beautiful
guy.
thing. I
You
don't know
gotta
what
have
it
the
is.
insight.
It's just the cart. I don't know, but it's just great. Obviously, whenever your team celebrates in the dugout like that, that means that team likes each other. And I think that's been great. Bobby Dahlback he reminds you a lot of your boy. Oh my God, Corey
Bellinger,
Bettinger, where he hits.
Corey Bellinger,
No, what's his
Cody,
Cody
Cody
Bellinger.
Bellinger.
Um, he reminds you a lot of Cody Bellinger, where he has a lot of power, has potential, but he just strikes out a lot. And so hopefully he's able to work on his discipline. Alex Verdugo, shout out to that guy. I love that guy. He's great. I love him on the team. I love rooting for him. He's fun. He's not Mookie. I'd rather have Mookie, but he's so much fun to watch. He's great. I like that. I like rooting for that guy. Obviously, Rafi's been good. Rafael Devers, Sander Bogarts this season has been the best shortstop in all of baseball, and so I like rooting for
Vernon
him.
Tatis.
Yeah, yeah. I take Xander over Tatis for sure.
All right, the doctor. You need to go see a doctor.
And so, okay, so all of a sudden, you Tatis is your guy.
No, but I'm saying better. I don't know about that.
I would rather have Xander,
He's having a good season.
and
I'll give
so
you that.
and so, yeah, and obviously, your boy Kike is has been good in the locker room. I think that guy's gonna be a great manager one day. He's just great at
Think so?
managing. He's just loose, and I think he can get everybody ready. Um, I like him. So
All right,
that's
boys. I hit 238, 234 career wise in my season. I barely hit home runs, but you got to listen to me because I'm very good at baseball.
I mean, the best managers aren't the best players.
Coro is pretty good. Roberts is pretty good.
They were Kike level.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Let's put it up on the poll.
they
We
were
need a new
Kike.
poll.
They were Kike level.
Nah, not at all.
They weren't superstars. Alex
You didn't
Cora
get to see,
and Dave Roberts were not superstars. Don't do
I
that.
didn't say they were supers. I
Don't
didn't
do
say
that.
they were superstars.
They were utility guys. That's what they were. Don't do that.
Utility guys are guys that play everywhere in the field. Alex Cora was only a second baseman. And
No,
shortstop.
but utility guys, like, they were off the bench. They weren't. Come on, are you kidding me? Alex Cora was a great baseball player. That's what you're gonna do?
No, I didn't say he was a great. I'm saying he's better than Kike.
I think they're at the same level.
Mike Scioscia was a really good baseball player.
Okay.
He's
Name
one
me
of
an
the better
all-time
managers.
great. Name me an all-time great that's been manager.
Sparky Anderson.
Name me another one. Current. No, current. I'm serious. Joe Girardi was okay.
Oh, well, that's what we're saying. I'm not saying, but he wasn't better than
Gabe
wasn't better
Kapler. Gabe Kapler was Kike level. His team is first place
Gabe
in the
Kapler's an
NL
idiot.
West. Well,
Gabe Kapler's an idiot.
His first team in the NL West. The
That's
world champion Dodgers are second place.
That's Firehouse. It's Inside, whatever his name is.
And
Firehouse
so,
Inside, whatever the GM name.
That's Red Sox corner. The Red Sox are okay. We're okay. We're half a game from the Rays, and this weekend, we might be able to take back first place. So we'll see. We'll keep it all covered. That's where we're at.
Thinking.
That's where we're at with the Red Sox.
Wishful thinking, folks. Wishful thinking.
I mean, we're playing the Royals, so
wishful thinking.
That's
cool.
where we're at with that. Weekend series. Who you got?
The Dodgers and the D-backs. I'm just kidding.
Are you serious?
No. It's not technically a weekend series, but I was watching it yesterday. It was the White Sox and the Astros. Been a pretty good series.
Well, they're playing this weekend. What do you mean it's not a weekend series?
No, but it started yesterday. Usually
it's a 4-game series.
Yeah. I'm clarifying to the listeners, to the millions and millions and millions of listeners that we have.
Yeah, that's a good one. I got. Oh man, you took the one I was gonna use, man.
That's what happens for going second.
It's okay. I'm a gracious host. You know, I'm gonna go Phillies Giants. That's the one I'm looking forward to. The first place Giants versus the second place Phillies. Phillies, who are 7-3 in their last 10, who are playing pretty well, actually.
What about the Yankees Athletics?
That I was thinking of that one, but I don't know. The Yankees are not that much fun to watch. The A's are super fun, but I feel I'd rather get two teams that are fun to watch than just one team.
That's true.
And so that's my pick. So that's where we're at. Anything else?
We forgot one thing. What are you doing this weekend? That's a new hot take.
What am I doing this weekend? Watching the Euros. So the Euros are on, the football competition. Watching that and watching the NBA playoffs. More of that and
go Clippers or what?
That's pretty much it. No, never. Going to church and that's it. That's all I'm doing. Hopefully the Jazz are able to take out the Clippers.
Hopefully. It's a Friday, Sunday, right?
Yeah. Brooklyn and it's Father's Day. So happy early Father's Day to you.
Oh, thank you.
It's gonna be Father's Day. So I don't know I don't know what that entails for me. So we'll see. But that's what I'm doing. What are you doing this weekend?
Um, watching baseball. Dodgers having baseball practice. It's Friday today. Sunday I'm gonna go watch Gabriel Iglesias at the Improv
Nice.
for Father's Day.
There you go.
My wife got me some tickets, so we're gonna
Nice.
go enjoy one of my favorite comedians out there. Actually, one of the best comedians out there, Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias.
Yikes.
What?
Take it
He's
easy.
not good. Have you ever listened to him?
Yeah, I have. He's all right.
He's, bro.
He's
I'm
okay.
about to cut you. I'm about to cut you off from my life forever. You're like that close. It's just
He's okay.
forever.
He's fine. He's okay. He's
Who's your
okay.
favorite comedian?
Dave Chappelle.
That's currently active right now.
Bill Burr.
Okay. And that kind of stuff. Okay.
Louis C.K.
What else?
Those are the three main ones I like. From there, there's like some small ones. I like what's his name, Jonas Papa. I like him.
You like Joe Cole?
No, honestly, when it comes to stand-up comedy, I don't like I'm not a big fan of the dudes of the ethnic comedy. I'm not a big fan of that.
Why?
Like, I just don't think it's funny.
Some of it is.
Maybe like the George Lopez, I can't do it.
No, that's George Lopez.
The Fluffy, because he does a lot of ethnic stuff too. I don't know. It just that
he's
kind
more
of
personal.
Yeah, but it's very like him centered. I don't. I like the comedy where you're making a larger point. I don't know. I've never
You
been a
like
fan
it.
of that. So Fluffy's funny. It's just not my. He's just not something that I enjoy. But I'm
Oh,
glad
good.
you do. I'm glad you do. It's no
I enjoy
disrespect.
comedy. I just
Yeah, I enjoy it too. Just
we can't agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree.
yeah, exactly. You don't have to cut me from your life. You could just go enjoy the show, and that's it. You don't have to be so drastic.
I am drastic. It's crazy how we had this long of a layoff, and we only had like a few things to talk about. That's how crazy baseball is now.
That's baseball.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm, I'm not dissing. I'm not dissing you or anything. I'm just saying
Oh, I didn't take it as a diss. Yeah.
No. But I'm just saying it's crazy. Like we didn't miss much.
Right.
Like having these 2 weeks off and like
Yeah.
recharging our batteries, and we didn't miss much.
Yeah.
It's still the same topics, still the same guys.
That's where we're at. I do think I'll end with this. I do think watching what's going on in the NBA. I know last season was viewed as the asterisk season. I think this season is the asterisk season.
It's an injury season.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to hit baseball the same way it hit basketball, but in the NBA, like this is like I think the Suns have a great chance of making the finals.
No, they're good.
And it'll be a great story. And obviously that's the team I'm rooting for because I want to see Chris Paul win a title, but they would have lost if AD's healthy.
Oh yeah.
So it's interesting. Like the asterisk season was supposed to be last year, but it's truly this season. So that's interesting.
It's crazy how they I don't know, that we're gonna have a new champion for the first time in how many years? It's not a LeBron
or the Warriors or the Spurs.
Warriors.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
It's interesting. Yeah.
It's I'm rooting for Milwaukee. I'm rooting for the Jazz. I actually like how the Jazz play.
I can't root for I can't stand the Jazz. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like I see them and I think Karl Malone and John Stockton.
Yeah.
But I'm going I like Chris Paul. Usually when my team's not involved, I look at the player that I like the most, and
that's not a bad pick at all, Chris Paul.
And I just root for that guy. I like Kevin Durant too, but I just can't root for
I can't go
Kyrie
Brooklyn.
and James Harden. As much as I
Nope.
want to see Durant succeed, because I love Kevin Durant, but
Yeah.
CP3, I hope he gets his chip. And Booker too. Hey, let me end the pod with this. You're probably gonna think I'm on drugs.
Yeah.
But you but you watch basketball, you like basketball.
Yeah.
You saw Kobe play.
Yeah.
You love Kobe. Offensively. Let me say it again. Offensively. Not on defense, not complete player, on offense.
Hmm.
To me, Booker reminds me the most of Kobe. Offensively, the shots, the ability to score, how easy it is for him to score at times. Booker to me is the closest thing that I've seen to Kobe, young Kobe. Offensively, not defensively. Kobe obviously was a two-way player, but offensively, Booker reminds me the most of Kobe.
I had another player in mind, but I
Who?
forgot.
Oh,
No, I can see it. I see it.
right. They're both
Yeah.
shooting guards, but just their scoring ability. They have the ability to score and make tough shots. Kobe obviously made tougher shots. So I'm not saying he is Kobe Bryant. He just reminds
Kyrie used
me.
to be.
But
Kyrie
Kobe
was up
didn't
there,
have the
but
handles like Kobe. Like Kobe didn't have the handles that Kyrie has. I mean,
yeah.
where
No,
Booker,
I actually did.
no, not like
The
Kyrie.
ISO
Stop
game.
it.
The
No,
ISO game. The ISO
no,
game
but
is pretty similar.
it's different. Kyrie's a different ISO player than Kobe.
It's crazy to watch, like watching the NBA for so long. I know we've gone off topic. Sorry, MLB people that have been looking at it, but this is sports podcast. Um, just watching these guys dribble the ball and they dribble back instead of going forward.
Yeah,
I saw Giannis a couple of times, like he
but it's
had him
like
sized up.
they're gaining
Like the lane
speed.
is there, and
They
then he goes
gain
back.
speed. Yeah,
It's like, dude, you already had him sized up. You're like
it's like
almost
the
a
little
foot and a
toy
half
cars that you
taller.
have to pull back
Yeah,
so they can go faster. That's what they're doing.
it's crazy to watch. Or like he's like in a 3-point lane, he's gonna shoot a three, and he ends up shooting a three and he misses it.
Yeah,
Like, come on, just take him. You've been
yeah,
taught to draw the defender and then drive the ball in.
yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy to watch. The NBA, I actually like the NHL playoffs better, but NHL playoffs are a little bit more intense. I'm actually liking Milwaukee in the NBA. Milwaukee's intensity.
Mm.
You think it's too physical? I know you've been watching the games. You know how Tucker's been really
No,
physical with Durant?
I think that's how you have to play Durant, and that's
No,
a typical.
yeah.
No, I
It's a
think it's
different game, but
fine.
people are
Yeah,
just hating on it as, oh, it's too rough, it's too this.
those people don't know about basketball.
Yeah. I like it. I
Yeah,
like him getting roughed up a little bit.
yeah, it's good. And KD's
Yeah.
good enough to do that. KD's good enough to figure that out. So it's all good. What I love about that, KD is not the one that complains. It's everybody else. KD loves
Yeah.
it. KD invites it. Like KD doesn't mind if you're gonna get all up in his face. So
Are we gonna see a KD versus Giannis in game 7?
what do you mean? What
Like
they
a
both?
one-on-one matchup?
I don't
Like
think
just a
so.
matchup set.
I don't think so. If you're
Well, I know they
Milwaukee,
can always
well, if
you
you're
could always screen
Milwaukee,
and then
if you're
switch.
Milwaukee, you don't want that. KD will destroy
Giannis?
Giannis. Or do you mean guarding each other? Guarding each
Yeah,
other?
guarding each other. Yeah.
Oh, probably. I mean, probably.
Because you're gonna always switch away from it though.
Yeah,
That's some.
yeah, probably. I thought you meant like they're trading buckets because I'm like, oh, you don't want that if you're Milwaukee.
Really?
But
I'll let him score all he wants and just shut everybody else down.
yeah, I mean that is the key. But he proved in what game 5 that he's able to by himself beat you.
Yeah, but Milwaukee couldn't shoot for the life of them. So
Yeah, we'll see.
that's all it's gonna come down to. Like if Milwaukee can shoot, and if Milwaukee can't shoot, it's over.
Yeah, and can they
Yeah,
attack James Harden?
yeah.
James Harden can't move. You got to attack him. You got to make him move. So we'll see. We'll see how it ends. But that's the MLB pod. Enjoy baseball. Enjoy some basketball. Happy
Enjoy
Father's Day
life.
to all the Father's Day that are listening. Hopefully, you guys get more than just socks. This
Or
for
underwear,
Father's Day.
socks and underwear.
Socks and underwear. Hopefully, you get a cool mug or something, or I don't know, baseball tickets. Hopefully, your kids treat you well this Sunday. So, happy Father's Day to everybody. Happy weekend. Enjoy baseball. Enjoy sports. Enjoy everything. This is German. This is Harry. Brewed Thoughts podcast. Go Red Sox. Drink better
Go
coffee
Dodgers.
and drink better coffee.